Okay. So good morning. Am I audible to everybody? Yes. You, okay. So now we are in the semester second, and the subject year as a technical part is been added over here. That is advanced internet technology. Now we'll go into brief what all chapters, what all technologies been added into this chapter, and the weightage of this chapter, and uh, we'll start with the chapter number 1 today itself. Okay. So basically, you all know that this semester is externally we have to give an exam for 50 marks, and internally the evaluation will be for 75 marks. So overall, 25 marks. So overall, there will be a 75 marks being introduced into this, and the credit allotted for this subject, that is IT 23, that is Advanced Internet Technology, is 3 credits. So basically, keep in mind that is an external subject with internal evaluation will be done. We'll be sharing what all parameters will be considered for the evaluation of your marks for this 25. So that will be shared in the coming soon lectures. What you have to do is that you have to maintain a separate notebook, and then we will be doing some lot much of practicals over here, and then we'll be having a practical examination on this subject itself. Now, as far as POs and COs are concerned, so what is the objective of this course being added into this subject, that is most important. Now, basically, in this chapter, the prerequisite is that you should be familiar with different frameworks which are there currently being used by this web developers. So, focus of this is advanced internet technology. So, what all technologies been added in the industry for the development of web applications. So, basically, we'll be handling some new technology, that is HTML, the CSS modules, then JavaScript, up to some extent AngularJS, Node.js, and finally we'll be landing up into your PHP also. As far as the scope of this subject is concerned, you should be very much familiar with the dynamic web pages, what actually how to create a dynamic web pages. Then we need to know the latest properties of CSS3. So that is one more a thing being added into this. Then as far as AngularJS framework is considered, that we have need to know, and for creating a dynamic website we need to know the technologies like PHP. So this has been added into this subject. So these are the basically course outcomes. So after completing the course, you will be familiar with the AngularJS, Node.js, CSS3, and how to create a dynamic website taking the help of PHP and HTML. So that was the course objective, and the outcomes will be, we will be applying various concepts. We will be starting with the scrap, what all things are required for creating and using the methods of AngularJS and Node.js, what is the concept in Angular and Node.js, how to create a dynamic website of using a PHP like technology. So that will be covered into this chapter. Basically, we need to be very much familiar with the HTML5 as far as this subject is concerned. Now moving further, the chapter number 1 which is there will be considered here is introduction to HTML5. So in this chapter, the weightage is for 10 sessions. So we'll be covering this for 10% of weightage. So out of 50, 10%. So that will be for 5 to 10 marks being added for this chapter. And into this, we will be going into detail about the features, the introduction, the different new elements, what is exactly HTML5 is, how it is been introduced. Then there are different tags, predefined tags, that is just like canvas, videos and audios. How can we can add videos and audios into your HTML pages directly using a tags. Then what is actually the SVG, that is a scalable vector graphics, that will be going into detail. Then we'll be going for the introduction of version compatibility. So how this version is being made compatible in HTML5. And we will be installing, I think we have already completed with the installation of XAMPP with the help of MySQL, PHP and your Apache Tomcat. So that we have will be already we have covered, but still will be going for installing of XAMPP into your system. And what is expected apart from this, as a student you should read what is your location, because we have seen nowadays everywhere in every website there is a location being added, the where exactly it is located. So that is one more thing. Then drag and drop, 1 second. Now this is what the chapter number 1 is. Now chapter number 2, I have not gone into detail, but in chapter number 2 we'll be dealing with CSS3 different modules. In chapter number 4 we'll be entering into Node.js. Chapter number 5 will be AngularJS, and last chapter, that is your 5th chapter, that will be on your PHP. So basically 5 chapters been added into this syllabus, and we will be starting today itself with chapter number 1. So I am expecting that you should create a separate 200 pages notebook for writing an assignments of HTML5, a theory assignment books where you will be writing different assignments. The notes will be shared on the portal which I have already shared, that is on Moodle, that is ibmri.gnomio.org. so that will be shared as and when required with the username and password. So you have to be familiar with what is actually going on. Now basically when we talk about the introduction part, actually it is over 1991 where Tim Berners-Lee has created the first version of HTML. Now we in this chapter will be dealing with HTML5, that is the 5th version. So basically what is there? So HTML is nothing but a markup language which was introduced in 1991 as the initial stage, but the first standard came into exist in 1995. We call it as HTML 2.0. That is the second version of HTML that was being introduced in 1995. Then a revision came into that. What is actually revision means what new tags came into introduced, been added into that. New attributes were added for the tags into them. So in 1997 the third version came into exist, that was 3.2. we call it as 3.2, and in the last, that is in 1999 to 1999 it was 4th version, that was the last version of HTML that came into exist. You familiarly, whenever you visit a library, you will find that is always an HTML 4.01 reference book being available. There is no HTML 5.01 or something else. So that version is not actually, because HTML has ended at the version number 4.01 itself, and it was being introduced in 1991. After this, HTML was somewhat extended. We call it as XHTML. In XHTML, it was been introduced in 2000. Basically, we don't go into detail, but this is a combination of XML and HTML. So that is extension of HTML been added. So it was in 2000, and in 2014, a new version came into exist. We call it as HTML5. Now, what is exactly HTML5 is that basically 148 tags are been added. So I will be sharing the 48 tags with you. So what all tags were there with the version number 4.01. But after the 5th version, the new things were introduced. Basically, some tags were removed from version number 2 into 3. So there was an updation. Some tags were added, some were removed, some attributes were added, some attributes were removed. So the version which has changed from HTML 2, 3 and 4, there is nothing but addition and removing of different what we call as a tags and different attributes that was going on. Now in a version number 5th, that we call it as HTML5, what was been there is very important. So it was an addition of feature to be produced, such as offline media storage support. So whenever you see that when you search anything on YouTube and you go for downloading some videos offline, so you are downloading some storage, you are storing some videos and audios at the back end into your system, whether it is your mobile or whether your system. So offline download has been available. So that type of features was been introduced in HTML5. More specific contents like header and footers, whenever you are dragging some website, you will find some header part remain constant, or some footer part remains constant on your system. And then in HTML5 you have never seen previously, but nowadays at every website at the bottom you have seen that there is a navigation, that you see the geographical location of your web, what do we call as the company which for which the website is being created. So that navigation part, that geological part has been added into version number 5. Now this is what we call as an extension of HTML, where we were able to add dynamic audios and videos. We were able to embed videos and audios into your website. So previously in HTML version number 4, we were not able to add HTML with some audios and videos, but nowadays you can see that various websites are there where background music is going on, where background videos are being carried out, where there is a background downloading is going on, or where background uploading is going on. So that type of features been added into HTML5. So we need to go into detail about what all features are there in HTML5. But before that, we need to go through what is exactly how this what is the history of this HTML, but because whenever you go for any website development or you go for interviews, basically these people ask you some little bit knowledge about the versions or who have created this HTML